say, sure, we'll install handicap equipment, but there really were no companies that did that solely as their business. And when I got into the business in the 80s, it became quickly evident that Braun and Ralph Braun was already the leader in an industry that was fragmented and had no clear lines of division between manufacturers and dealers and customers, but Braun was already becoming a leader just based on the quality of their product.
Personally, how did you get into it?
I got into this business because I was working in corporate America and felt as though I didn't want to spend the rest of my life working just for money. I wanted a career and a job where I could make money because I had young kids and it was important for me to do that, but also something that had socially redeeming value, that gave back to the soul. And it was somewhat serendipitous that I found this industry. I was looking around over a period of about 18 months, and I happened to run into a gentleman who was a friend of mine. He owned multiple businesses, and he was talking to me and told me he was going to close this business he had that was modifying handicapped vehicles. And that intrigued me. So I said, well, why are you going to close it? And he said, well, my uncle and my nephew are running it, and they just take advantage of every customer that goes in there. And so, to make a long story short, I ended up, he fired his uncle and his nephew. I took over the company. It was doing nothing. I became the second employee, and I remember going from making 6 figures a year to overnight making a quarter of that, but really getting into a business that I love. It's interesting, I've been doing this for more than 25 years. And last week I was driving to work on an especially stressful and busy morning. And I remember thinking, I can't wait to get to work. And after 26 years or 25 years, if you can still feel that way about your job, you're blessed. You know, and that's how I got into this business, and I'm glad I did.
And why you're still in it.
And why I'm still in it. I still love it, you know, and you probably, at some point, even after 25 years, you know, you have your good moments and your bad moments, but to be driving to work and thinking,